Just a heads up, Toby Fox, the creator of Undertale, recently released a new game demo called Deltarune. You should really pick it up and play it, because I'll be talking about it next week. You can find the game at deltarune.com. That's all. Now on to this week's Free Play Arcade. Welcome back to Free Play Arcade, the show where I find interesting games you can play for free. The internet is full of free games that are interesting, easy to play, or graphically enticing. However, it is much more rare to find a game that encompasses all three of those things. Monstruous by Arnaud Malo is a short puzzle game wrapped up in a fantasy RPG veneer, which is absolutely stunning to look at, simple to learn, and importantly for the purposes of this show, completely free. Monstruous opens up with a cute animation of a tavern full of adventurers enjoying a moment of rest, only to be interrupted by a gnome-like quest giver who urgently insists that someone enter the woods to slay a horrific beast. A party of 4 take up arms and rush in to do what heroes do in fantasy games, and thus the game begins. It is a delightfully elegant way to set up the conceit for Monstruous. The game itself is presented as a turn-based RPG. All characters have specific actions which can only be used once, and if a hero falls in battle, then access to any unused actions associated with that character are restricted. This is the puzzle of the game. You, as the player, must discover the correct sequence of events the party of adventurers need to take in order to vanquish the monster. You will be damned lucky if you can figure it out on your first try. Picking the wrong option will either be completely useless, or could end up killing a member of your party. After a party member dies, the battle continues, but you are most likely going to lose. But even losing in this game is oddly cute, thanks in part to the Adventure Time-esque aesthetic. As best I can tell, there is only one solution to the monster. That being said, I'm doing everything I can to obfuscate my order of operations so as not to spoil this game for any would-be players. Once the monster is defeated, that's it. Little gnome friend reappears and everyone does a delightful little dance. It's adorable. Here, however, is my only complaint with Monstruous. After the puzzle is solved, that's it. There's no other monsters, no swapping of party members with different abilities, no change in sequence for the monster. It is unfortunate. However, understandable given that this game was produced largely by one person, and given the hand-drawn, hand-animated nature of the game assets, adding more content of any sort is an awesome undertaking. That being said, the base game that is here, I believe deserves to be explored further and fleshed out into a more full experience that changes or becomes more devious after every successful encounter. I feel like Monstruous, as it stands right now, is a terrific proof of concept that could only be made better by the inclusion of more variety. I want you to play this game, and I highly recommend that you should at least give it a shot. You can find it on itch.io. Spend the time solving its puzzle, and then I bet you'll agree with me that you would gladly pay for more.